Sounds real? Sounds real?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sounds real?
Sounds real.
This is the Sounds Real Show. I'm Jason.
And I'm Jack.
And on today's show, we're going to talk about Steak Sauce Mustache. Okay?
Yes.
But before we get into that, I'm going to talk about a little bit about the Onyx show.
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, circumstances beyond my control prevented me from going to that show.
Yada, yada,
so
yada. He didn't show up again.
I didn't show up.
So, the Onyx show was, of course, again, Rock House. Very diverse. I like that. They're bringing in more rap acts. They're putting it out there. So,
Yeah.
the Onyx show, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, guys, but it was a great show. There was
Does
a
everyone
bunch
know
of,
who Onyx is? Now?
Onyx, everybody
Slam.
should know. Yeah, they might not know the name, but
They know
everybody
that song,
sees it.
right?
And as a matter of
Slam.
fact, there's a commercial floating out there, and it's using that song again, Slam.
Yeah.
So everybody's heard their anthem. So the concert had a bunch of local acts from Albuquerque. I think there was 3 acts from the local area of Albuquerque.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a pretty long lineup of artists. And then it was a show, Open Minded. They're from Minneapolis. And then R.A., the Rugged Man, played. He's touring with Onyx. So he's one of the bigger acts. So he played about an hour. I'm not going to really get into that one. So Onyx came on, okay? And I put some video, by the way. It's on the Instagram. And they hit the stage with such force, man. These guys, they're doing their 30-year tour. It's unbelievable. You know, time flies by so fast.
Yeah.
We just did the Morbid Angel 30-year, and now Onyx 30 years. It's like, Morbid Angel's 40 years. But anyway, Hemlock was 30 years.
Yeah.
So Onyx hit the stage, and they started playing the songs from Back the F Up. And it was awesome. You know, these guys were intense and
A lot of energy.
The crowd was slamming. They were into it. They had their entourage. You know, they had a bunch of other guys on stage just dancing and yelling and all these type of antics.
Like chaos.
Yes, it was chaos ensuing. Yeah. Well, and I could see, you know, for those who don't know, Onyx was kind of groundbreaking at the time.
Yeah, they're a little rougher, right?
Yeah, they were bringing that
hardcore energy.
That hardcore feeling of rap.
Yeah.
So they did collaborations with Biohazard.
That's what I was gonna say with Biohazard. That was
They were awesome. Judgment Night.
Yes.
Judgment Night.
That Judgment Night CD is awesome. That album has
Actually,
a lot of collaborations with Pearl Jam,
Therapy,
and Cypress Hill.
Wasn't Ice-T on there?
Ice-T
and Slayer, they do Disorder.
Yes, I think Mudhoney's on there.
Honey.
All right.
Dinosaur. Okay, yeah. So you can go. So anyway, they started playing their songs. You know, so you know, fast forward into the show. Don't want to go too long. I'm watching them, and I'm like, "Hey, where's Sticky Fingers?" You know. So my producer went also. He was at the show. He showed up later, and it was really cool. And we're at the show, and I see Sticky Fingers, and he's with the DJ, you know, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, he's taking a break. We're old now, and so instead of drinking a 40 like back in the days, he's drinking a Red Bull, and I was like, wow, he's drinking a Red Bull, seriously? I'm like,
one thing I noticed is they had all of a sudden like these 3 other freestyle rappers all of a sudden, and Jason caught it, and he said, you know why they're doing that, right? It's because these dudes are getting winded.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking like, yeah, I mean, I saw these guys back in 96.
That's
you
right.
know, and they were awesome. It was at Metropolis, this club that doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah,
it was on
I
Lake
remember
Trevino.
that place.
And I saw him, and when I saw him, it was like, wow, man, it's like I saw these guys when I was like 19 years old.
Wow.
You know, and I'm 45 going on 46. And it was weird. To me, it was just weird. I mean, Jason enjoyed it. To me, it was real nostalgic. But one of the things that kind of disappointed me was that they said they were going to play the entire album of Back the F Up.
Right, they
and
did.
pretty much they didn't.
Half
Half of it, exactly.
Oh, okay.
so there were some songs that I was really anticipating on, and
They didn't play 'em?
Yeah, like Stick a Move and some others.
They played.
But they did, yeah, they did. They,
Slam.
of course, they closed the show with Slam, and it was funny because at the end of the show, encore.
Yeah.
I could tell these guys are beat. It's past their bedtime. They're ready to go memes. They're ready to go and knock out.
When they came back in 96, I was jumping around and moshing and everything. And I told Jason, I'm like, dude, I'll give you 3 jumps and I'm done, dude. That's it.
So, I'm glad you said that. So when they did do Slam, they closed the show. They had their entourage jump into the crowd and start the moshing.
Really?
So they were actually moshing. There was a little circle. Even Sticky Fingers was like, let's start a circle. Let's get this crowd going. And since, El Paso was like, okay, real chill. They initiated. They came in and said, screw that. We're gonna make you mosh.
We're gonna make you mosh.
There was this big giant dude that was in their entourage. And I swear, man, I thought he wanted to jump on us. I'm like, I can't catch this guy, man. There's no way.
Yeah, I thought so too. And then he kept saying, okay, move out of the way. He's going to jump down.
Oh,
so, yeah, it was cool. So, overall, thumbs up on that show. It was a really good show. I'm glad I saw it. It was a good price, decently priced. It was only $25, guys.
Yeah,
so, to miss out on that, well, that's on you. And one last thing, Onyx, guys, no offense, but guys, get somebody else to count your money for it. I go there and it's only $25. So
yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, I give them 40. I give them $40. 2 20s. So I'm there. I give them the 2 20s, and I'm like there. I'm like, okay, look around, and I'm like, what's taking so long? Where my change? So I turn around. The guy pulls out his iPhone. And he starts going to his calculator app, and he starts putting 40 minus 25, and I'm like, really? I could have told you how much change I get back. $15, man.
This kid has a legitimate
not
lawsuit
rocket
for the
science,
school district, man.
So Onyx, count your money. So, but anyway, let's talk about Steak Sauce. We just recently saw that.
Yeah,
another good show.
We saw that last night. For some reason, I have this mental block that I want to call them Steakhouse, but
Steak Sauce.
Steak Sauce Mustache. And if you haven't seen them, this was my first time seeing them live. I think it was your first time seeing them live as well. And holy smokes!
Yeah, I dragged him to this concert because he was like,
yeah. It was gonna be one of those circumstances beyond my control situations where I was gonna go, but I'm glad I went. A lot of audience participation with that show. Just be prepared to if you do see these guys live.
Go to the floor, guys.
Go to the floor.
Don't hang back because they will get you. They will put you on the spot. Really funny guy. The singer is just zany.
Yeah, they're not necessarily a parody band, but they got a lot of humor in their music. The guy is hilarious. I mean, I forgot his name. Taylor, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to. Yeah. I think it was Taylor, but the lead singer, he's just hilarious, and it's kind of. I don't know. It wasn't like I said. It wasn't like you're gonna go watch something like maybe Green Jelly or Max Sabbath in that sense. These guys are solid. I'm not taking away from them because they're actually solid bands. And like what you said, a lot of these bands that meld a lot of this humor are really, really good musicians. And this one is just as good as any hardcore band that's out there. Their music is actually really accessible. There's a lot of melody in it.
Yes.
They kind of changed it up. A
lot of progression, a lot of changes.
Oh my gosh.
Changes,
Yeah.
but good changes. I'm like something. Okay, wow.
Yeah, absolutely. So my take, I had so much fun last night. To the toilet paper, to those noodles, what are they called, noodles that they threw out?
The swimming pool noodles,
and there was a slow motion charge,
balloons.
Yeah, and he. Yeah, I know, right? There's just it's a crazy show. I mean, you're gonna actually start participating in the show in one way or another. He's gonna get you moving. He was like in the middle of the floor singing. I don't know. You might want to see some of the clips that we have. I'm sure there's others out there. So, what was your take on that?
So they're based out of Austin.
Mm-hmm. What type of music is it?
And the drummer actually plays in the other band that opened up for them, Connoisseur. So he's an awesome drummer, and it's really crazy because Connoisseur is like more deathcore.
I keep on calling
mathcore actually.
Consignment. They had a lot of mathcore music.
And so the drumming style is different from Steak Sauce, and I like that. Steak Sauce is a lot of offbeat.
Well, they're all over the place.
So yeah, I liked it. So my take on Steak Sauce is like a blend, and I was talking to the band before the show, and so I was telling them that you guys have a nice mixture of kind of like 90s alt metal mixed in with a little bit of deathcore, hardcore elements, and metal, and just even punk.
Yeah, I was gonna say punk. Definitely punk.
Punk influence.
Yeah.
They definitely have that punk energy. He was most of the time he was on the floor with us singing.
Yeah.
So he loved his wireless mic. He says, "Guys, I have
a magic mic."
Magic mic,"
Yeah.
and he was walking all around the venue. So that was funny. That was really cool. He was just climbing on the rafters. I mean, this guy is just out there. He's just
the whole band,
high energy.
My gosh, the whole band's high energy.
High energy.
The bassist, the guitars. I mean, they're just
really talented,
jumping around. Tight
musicians.
Extremely tight
Yes,
band.
very tight.
Extremely tight band.
But very comical at the same time. But you listen to the music and it stands out on its own. It's
solid.
It's solid. They're good songs. They're not like dumb songs. Like just because they some of the stuff the content is silly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna match the music. The music is there. It's
the music
it's
is,
good
a lot
music.
of it's very aggressive.
Yes, I liked it. There were some breakdowns that I liked. I wasn't expecting.
Mm-hmm.
He has a very diverse sound in his vocals. I liked it.
Yes.
He does sing clean. He does sing harsh. He does growl, and it's just it's you have to see it.
Yeah,
words cannot really explain.
It's not see it; it's experience it.
Yes,
because you're gonna be part of the show regardless.
Yes, you need to experience it, guys. Guys, I'm telling you, go to the show. Next time they come around, they said they were hopefully kind of come back to El Paso.
Yeah,
I don't know this year, but maybe next year. But they are planning to come back. Check it out.
It is.
I'm telling
you,
you will not be disappointed. It's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
They put out good music, and they give the audience a good product. They give them what they want.
Yeah,
they're entertained. You're not wasting your money.
No, not at all. He kind of brings you into the same energy that the band has, where you're actually, like I keep on saying that you kind of are a participant of the show, and there's very few bands out there that do that. They perform whatever, and you're used to that. You perform, you mosh, you have a good time, but no, they're actually kind of, you're part of it in some weird way. I don't know how to explain it.
It reminds
you're
me
gonna be
of,
part of the show,
Yeah, I mean, I never seen these guys gore, but it reminds me of that type of energy where they involve the crowd, because Gore is really musically talented.
Yeah, that's another one.
And a lot of people underestimate them.
Yeah.
So don't underestimate these guys. They will hit you in the face with their music.
And the music's good. I mean,
Yes.
the music's good. If you're into hardcore, you're into...
I liked every song they
metal,
played. Every song was solid.
even their cover.
Now, he mentioned something about ear protection. I had mine.
Yeah, and I'm still suffering from that, to be
honest
honest
with
you.
you. It was loud, guys.
It was extremely loud. The sound was great, and that's exactly what I was hoping for Barbarian, Texas, and Gratitude as well. And that's the way it just sounded. I mean, it just sounded fantastic last night. That the drums were just, I mean, you could feel it. And when they dropped that beat, you could feel it. It was like literally feel it in your body. And I love that. So yeah, I'm still a little bit of ear damage.
So we got there a little late. So, and there was a few local acts before, so we didn't really catch the whole lineup. We did catch a local band before, and then we saw Connoisseur, and they were good.
Are you saying the name right? I don't know. If you're saying that name.
Connoisseur?
I don't know if you're saying that name
so right. We saw them, and then No Suffer is an El Paso band that closed the show.
Yes.
So it was a really good show. Thumbs up, Steak Sauce. Not Steakhouse, Steak Sauce.
Yes, Steak Sauce.
And so in conclusion, check out our other shows. We got much more stuff coming up. We got some other shows coming up. I think Scream at the Sky with Perch. The Heretics is coming. We hopefully go to that show. It's on Sunday. This coming Sunday. I'll put out the date on Instagram. So make sure you hit us up on our Instagram. And so, like always,
real quick, I just want you to.
Sure.
I know. I'm sorry. Go to our Instagram because you'll kind of see some of the live clips there that we record.
And you'll get to see how zany and how much intensity
how
steak
much fun
sauce is.
Yes.
So, guys, remember to always press like, share, and subscribe.